Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So today, another in our pizza series. This time we're traveling to the Middle East. We're going to make Laham Ajeen, which is a Middle Eastern style pizza enjoyed in Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, all over the Middle East. Everybody there has a little bit of different twist on it. So basically I'm going to use an Iraqi dough recipe. And then we're going to use 3 different toppings. We're going to go with Armenian, Assyrian, and Iraqi. So, Laham Ajeen, here we go. First thing we're going to do, in my mixer here, I'm going to put together the dry ingredients. And all of the amounts are down in the description. 6 cups of flour, and then our sugar, our salt, and our nigella seeds. We're going to get those mixing together on low speed just to get it all mixed together. As that is happening, I am going to take 3 tablespoons of instant yeast, and then I am going to pour a cup of water on those and let it bloom. This water is at about 105 degrees Fahrenheit, because Celsius would be crazy, crazy. Get that all mixed together and let that bloom as we continue on with our dough preparation. All right, as our yeast is blooming, we're going to slowly add our olive oil and let that mix until it's fully incorporated. All right, our oil is fully incorporated. Now goes in our yeast with its 1 cup of water. And in goes an additional 2 cups of warm water. Slowly drizzle that in. Or if you're a Snoop Dogg fan, we'll de-rizzle it. That looks fully incorporated. Now we're going to put in our ½ cup of plain yogurt. All right, so it's looking a little wet for my liking after adding the yogurt, so I'm going to add a little bit of flour at a time until we get this to all come together. Right now, over me. All right, we're there. So we're going to get that out of our bowl, get it into a well-oiled bowl, and let that rise for about an hour. Turn that around a little bit, get it oiled on all sides. Saran wrap, we'll see you in an hour. Actually, we'll see you sooner, because there's a lot of stuff we can do in the meantime. All right, so when I was doing my research on this, I couldn't figure out which one was best. So I grabbed 3 different recipes for the toppings. First of all, we're going to get the Assyrian one together. What I have here is a ½ pound of ground beef. Into that goes 1 diced tomato, a diced onion, a tablespoon of tomato paste, and all the amounts are down in the bottom. ½ teaspoon of salt, ½ teaspoon of pepper. That was a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Now we're going to get this all incorporated together and then set that aside, and we'll get mixing on the next topping. Now to put together the Armenian topping. This one has a lot of ingredients, so I'm actually going to have to use a cheat sheet this time. I pride myself not using it most of the time, but damn, there's a lot. Once again, I'm not going to talk about the amounts. They're down at the bottom. I have enough luck remembering what all's here. And with a ½ pound of ground beef goes parsley, tomatoes, chopped red peppers, chopped yellow peppers. You can use whatever 2 colors you want. We don't like the green because it gives the director crazy gas. We don't like that. Oh, she's looking at me like I shouldn't have said that. Okay, continuing on, onions. Onions. I mean bad gas. Olive oil, garlic, tomato paste, pepper paste. And that's really your heat ingredient. If you want it to be spicy, put more than the recipe says in there. I put about half of what the recipe recommended in there because I don't want Char to kill me, because the director's already going to kill me about the gas thing. Salt, pepper, chili powder, paprika, and cayenne pepper. All right, we're going to get all that mixed together and incorporated, set that aside, and then start working on the Iraqi topping. So see you in a little bit. Okay, so I caused mass confusion. We were making the 3 different, the Assyrian, the Armenian, and the Iraqi. I had another page of recipes together when I was doing all my research, and the director who's been prepping all this stuff for me behind the scenes had it sort of ready. Well, now we have it, and we realize that's not really any official topping from anywhere, but it sounds like to me that it's going to make a good topping. So we're going to go ahead and go with this. Definitely not from any specific point in the Middle East. It has some Middle Eastern flavors in it, but I think it's going to work. And then we'll make the Iraqi. We've got everything straightened out. So here I have a ½ pound of beef, a ½ pound of lamb. I am going to put 1 chopped onion in there, about a half a bunch of chopped parsley, several cloves of garlic, about a tablespoon and a half of sugar. I have tomato paste here, pepper paste, dried mint, and sumac. So there's some Middle Eastern flavors in there. I think this is going to come together good. We'll see. I'm going to get all that mixed together, and then we're going to work on the last topping, the Iraqi recipe. All right, so now we get together the last filling. This is the Iraqi, really this time. ½ a pound of lamb, ½ a pound of beef. Once again, the amounts are down in the bottom, so don't trust me. A chopped up onion, parsley. This is tomato paste, tomato sauce, minced garlic, pomegranate molasses, pepper, salt, cinnamon, curry powder, and allspice. Get all that mixed up. We're finally ready to start making these. My dough has been rising for an hour. My pizza stone has been heating at 550 degrees in the oven. So let's make some pizzas. All right, so let's make our first pizza. I'll tell you what, this thing rose like nothing else that I have made before. Now, if you've seen my baking adventures, yeah, you know they're a little limited, but with the 3 tablespoons of yeast, this thing rose like crazy. So we're going to punch that down. I'm going to get it together a little bit here. So we'll cut that in half, get that out of the way. Cut this in half again, set that aside. I think I can get 4 pizzas out of that. Let's see. Cut that in half, cut this in half. Get some flour down, pushing this out. See if we can't roll this into something pizza looking. All right, that looks about the right size. We'll get our crust over there. Get a little bit over the edge. Okay, it's not perfectly round. This ain't an art contest. All right, first one, we will try the Syrian topping. I'm going to take about half of this, and we're going to get that all spread out on the pizza here. And that's the thing about these Middle Eastern pizzas. There's no sauce. There's no cheese. It's just the bread and this topping. All right, get that out to the edges, even out all the way around. Like I said, my oven has been preheating to 550 degrees for an hour with the pizza stone in it. So we're going to get a good crunchy crust. Get that meat layer real thin because it's raw. We need that to cook as the pizza's cooking. Okay, let's get her in. So as my Armenian pizza is cooling, it just came out, we'll go ahead and make the Iraqi one. Very thin layer, because like I said, we need this meat to cook in about 5 minutes. But I'm really curious on this one with all that allspice and cinnamon and pomegranate molasses, the mixture of the beef and the lamb. I'm predicting this is going to be my favorite, but we'll see. All right, happy with that coverage. Into the oven. All right, first one's done. Now we're going to get going on the second one, the Armenian one. Same as before, get you a chunk of dough there and get it rolled out to your pizza-like shape. Well, if it tastes as good as it looks, we're doing all right. We'll find out in a little bit though. I'm gonna let that one cool down as we get this one made. Onto my well-floured pizza peel, and then we get those toppings on there. Get them pushed all the way to the edge. Make sure we got good coverage. All right, and at 550 degrees, it took me about 5 minutes to do that last one. All right, time to give the first one a taste, the Syrian one. I think I'm going to go squares with this. I am not sure how they traditionally cut them in the Middle East, but we're going with the St. Louis or Chicago way of squares. I do know from my extensive research that they are traditionally given a squeeze of lemon, fresh lemon juice, and then consumed. The crust with the mixes of spices, I am liking that one, but I know that the other toppings that we did had a lot more seasonings and spices in there. To me, this could have a little bit more flavor in like cinnamon or allspice or something like that. I know some of these other ones have it, so I'll reserve my judgment. It is good. It's not blowing me away, but it is pretty good, and it's something different too. So we're going to get that set aside and try the next one. The whole crowd liked the Assyrian one. The Armenian one has more ingredients, more spices, so this should be interesting. So like the last one, I'm going to cut this into squares. Again, if you are a Middle Eastern pizza maker and I'm jacking this up, my apologies. It is very good though. Let's give this a shot. A little squeeze of lemon. Yeah, with the extra spices, I have a new favorite. But as I said when I was making the Iraqi one, I think that's going to be my favorite. We'll see here in a few minutes. Assyrian good, Armenian even better. Let's move on. All right, let's make this last one. The last one, once again, not from any specific region of the Middle East, pretty much from the Middle Eastern regions of my brain, because I had so many recipes on so many different pages. It's sort of a, I don't even know what it's a mishmash of, but it looked like it'd be interesting, so let's give it a try. So got the crust rolled out, just like the others, get it draped over the edge a little bit so it can catch onto that hot pizza stone, and then get it covered with a thin topping of meat. Again, go thin with it because this is all raw, to where when we made our pizzas before, we would cook the sausage beforehand, we would cook the ground beef beforehand, but definitely with the last two we've cooked, it's working. It's getting cooked within 7 minutes, just fine. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, now it's time to give the Iraqi one a try. So get that cut up here. You can definitely smell the allspice and the cinnamon coming off of this. I think it's gonna be my favorite. Get a good piece there. A little squeeze of lemon juice. Oh yeah, sold. This is amazing. Hey, as we are cooking our last pizza to give it a try, if you're liking what you're seeing, hey, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Which pizza do you think you would like best? Have you ever made this yourself? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and never miss an episode. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right, we'll be trying the last one in just a few minutes. Now trying the last pizza that exists only because I jacked up the recipe having so many different pages. It is freaking hot. It is good. It is a different taste than the other ones, obviously, because it had different ingredients. But to me, the Iraqi one was the best. The rest of the group liked the Armenian one the best. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. Definitely give this a try. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.